Episode 10. We made it. And I know we say this every week, but man, wrestling is getting good. I guess we got to stop saying getting good. Wrestling is great. The product is amazing. The people running it actually feel like they know what they're doing for a change. And cherry on top, guess who's back this week?
We're back. Look at this jacket.
Look at that swagger.
Mania was amazing. We're back. Let's talk about it.
All right, so what all you been up to, man?
Man.
You've been all over the place. You went to Mania, obviously.
All over the place. Been a big few weeks. First off, great to be back.
Dude, so
loved
happy
the
to have you
episodes
back.
while I was gone.
The crew held it down for
Dude.
you. Shout out to Corey Perry, Tara Brown, Lee Harden, all great guest contributors. Don't worry, they'll be in the mix again.
Dude, love the new.
Yeah,
I mean,
we redecorated
another
while you were
revamp.
gone.
I love it. Let's keep the audience on their toes.
Right? You never know what's going on.
It was amazing, kicked off, or March ended with a big comedy show. We're comedians, the Spandex Standups.
Yeah, how was Atlanta?
Opened up for-
Mr. Opening for Dusty Slay at a massive theater. in
Open for
Atlanta,
Dusty
Georgia.
Slay at, as Vince Fabra would say, Atlanta Symphony Hall.
Yeah, he's keeping going with that.
Vince Fabra.
right.
This is his trademark.
We were on the road, and he was like, "I'm gonna start doing that."
Dude,
I'm like,
he's
all
making it this. He's making it his thing. Yeah, me and Vince and Dusty.
He's got the arms to do it.
We
so
did
it's
it
good
at
for him.
Atlanta Symphony Hall, and it was sick. And there were 1,800 people there. That's what Vince does. Anytime he says something.
1,800.
I don't know if it was 1,800. That's the size of the venue.
good enough.
Seemed pretty packed.
Yeah.
Great time.
Oh, I'm sorry if you missed it slightly. 1,600.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was amazing. My family was there. My friends were there. Truly cool full circle moment. There's a
that was
picture.
the squad.
Yeah, there's a picture of me, Vince, and Dusty when we were doing shows as the Low Country Comedy Tour, probably back in like 2013.
Yeah.
Us performing at Jerry Farber's Side Door. Is next to a diner. And so to 10 years later be at Atlanta Symphony Hall. Very cool.
That's awesome, man. Such a good
And
time.
then, the next
But
weekend.
I was about to say, it didn't just stop there. You did.
it didn't stop there.
You did the massive sold out show.
Dude, then
you went to LA, right?
Well, I went to LA before that.
Okay,
Was
so
in
LA leading up to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, dude, after
Sorry, my man's just been all over the place.
all
I
over the
can't keep
place.
traps with him.
But then after that Atlanta show, shot up to Philly
There you go.
for WrestleMania.
Yep.
And it was incredible. Got
Followed
there
you
on
online,
Thursday.
Living your life.
Got there
Living
on
through it.
Thursday. Kicked it off with Wale Mania.
Oh, no. I love that Wale is such a WWE
Now,
fan.
if you've
That's
never been to Wale
fantastic.
Mania, it is amazing. It is the intersection of hip hop, of culture, of wrestling.
I just
It
love that
is
so many hip hop artists are
amazing.
wrestling fans.
Dude,
So
huge,
many people are wrestling fans.
Dude, huge guest appearances from Big E, Montez.
Love that he went, shout out to Big E for going public with your relationship with Mia Yim's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
Samantha Irvin was there.
The
Bobby
goat.
Lashley was there. Ricochet was there. Folks were cutting promos.
Yeah.
We were talking about the fight, talking about WrestleMania. People were hyping it up. It was an amazing event. Really an amazing DJ. DJ Jazzy Jeff's son is a DJ.
That's fantastic.
I'm
Carry
trying
on
to
the
remember
family
what
love.
exactly he went by.
Jazzy Jeff Jr.
It's a very unassuming
J3.
name. I think it starts. I forget. Maybe it starts with a C.
Okay.
But it was super cool. Wale Mania. If you go to WrestleMania weekend, go to Wale Mania.
Out.
Very
but then
fun.
you
Didn't stop
dabbled
there.
a little bit more.
Didn't
you
stop
kept
there.
going.
Then Friday, checked out WWE World. Now, if you've
Check out our Instagram page at Spandex Standups. Got some great footage from Evan on that one.
now those of y'all that have been to WrestleManias before, you'll know that they do other activations and stuff. But this was like nothing I've ever seen
Dude,
before.
just seeing the
in my
footage,
life.
like I can't imagine that in person, but the footage was great.
Is at the convention center. You go in there, you walk in, and there's just screens everywhere. You truly feel like you're walking into a tunnel.
I've never
You feel like you're
truly
being
felt the word
transported.
submerged.
You feel like you're being
know?
submerged. And then you walk in, and immediately to your right, when you walk in, you can do your own entrance. They set up a whole stage, and you can say, I want to enter as the American Nightmare,
you
Cody
do it?
Rhodes, and you come on. No, I just watched people.
Okay,
It was
all right.
great. It
What was
a
the
lot-
best one you saw?
There's some long lines. Dude, HBK, people coming out
Yeah.
doing HBK. Yeah, some people.
I hate to admit, that'd probably be me.
The most that I heard was Cody Rhodes. People were doing Cody Rhodes so much. But dude, and they also had a great little, again, installation for the Hall of Fame folks. They had ESPN, had a whole studio there. They had a massive stage where they were doing interviews and people were bringing their podcasts and doing live podcasts there.
Yeah.
That's where The Rock did his opening thing on Thursday. So WWE World was amazing. It was truly everything you could ever want it to be. And then the Superstore, where I got this sick jacket, courtesy of Chalkline. Love this thing.
That jacket is sick.
Love this jacket.
I saw Darius Butler from McAfee's staff was rocking it.
Bro,
Yeah.
this jacket, dude, they had so much merch.
He said he didn't take it off all weekend.
They had so much merch there. Beautiful merch. And bro, they sold out.
That's awesome.
WWE is doing better than ever, folks. TKO, buy the stock. Don't
need
take
to
my
get
advice. I don't give
I made
financial
some money.
advice, but all I can say is based off of what I observe with my own eyes. Dude, they're
made a little bit
pushing
of money off
product
WWE.
out here.
Yeah, I've made some money off WWE over the years. So, hey,
So then we went to SmackDown,
Yep,
Friday
had
Night
some good seats
SmackDown.
for SmackDown.
Dude, well, we were in the press box,
I
and
know,
the
that's
press
beautiful.
box in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center, way high up.
Yeah.
Very high up. You're like way up there.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then Saturday, went to NXT, Stand and Deliver.
You just had a full day.
Amazing show.
Dude, Braun, we'll get into it, but Mello and Trick, fantastic match.
Totally. Then followed by night one, and then night two, WrestleMania. And then I also got to go to the Monday Night Raw after, which was amazing to see The Rock come out.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Give Cody Rhodes his flowers, give the people of Philadelphia a taste of that trailer trash talk.
Yeah.
And dude, just an incredible weekend. You could feel it in Philadelphia that this was the biggest WrestleMania of all time leading up to it. And then you could feel right after Sunday when the show ended, you could feel that people didn't want to leave Lincoln Financial because
awesome.
they were so
They're like,
attached
"Oh,
to the
fantastic."
feeling of what they were feeling. People were so satisfied with the end of the story. And only now do I think people
Are good.
are beginning to
Coming down.
acknowledge
Yeah.
the tribal chief and what he accomplished, what he means to the business, what his return is going to mean.
And
Because-
they're still somehow making the bloodline story interesting.
And I don't know if you've watched the Roman Reigns documentary that A&E put out.
It's on the list.
If you
Watch the Bray doc. Roman's on the
yeah,
net.
if you get creative, I believe it's on YouTube. I believe somebody posted it. You actually really begin to see, dude, Roman, this character, what it's accomplished.
He also said it's not far off from his real.
It may have saved professional wrestling in a way. With
We'll just think of the last 4 years of transition wrestling went through. He was the stable. He was the guy throughout it all. You're always remembered if you're the top guy. You're always remembered for the era you're the top guy of. Like, yeah, Cody's getting his flowers and he's the face of this new era, but Roman got us here.
And when you think about the direction that the presentation of WWE's product has gone in, it needed a champion like Roman.
And Heyman's a big part of that, and who was right by Roman's side.
When you think about these press conferences that they've been doing,
making it real sports.
When you Roman has been, they've been, a lot of people have been saying his run has been cinema. And in a way, if you look at the presentation of WWE today as it stands, it looks more cinematic and just the presentation is the cinematography, and I don't think you get that without Roman Reigns being this Michael Jordan, LeBron James champion.
Yeah.
I think he's really ushered in this
just how
without him, we
untouchable he
can't
was.
present the product the way it's currently being presented. He was
Because a lot of people, that's been his big knock is he didn't defend it that much. But I was like, but when he did, it had that big fight feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just defend the title on SmackDown for no reason.
right.
You know,
And
like,
when you think about the story,
it was annoying throughout the process, but when you see his work of art, you're like, oh man, okay, it makes sense.
and again, when you think about the body of work that was being created, it was it was a very long-term strategy, and I think we're only about, oh my gosh, 50% through Roman's story.
Well, now we get OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline.
Now
If that's the direction they go. But you did one more event after all the wrestling was said and done. You dabbled a little bit.
It was Dream Come True after Dream Come True, followed by one more Dream Come True, which was I got to be third chair at a boxing event. It was an amateur boxing event in Charleston, South Carolina at TD Arena, where my College of Charleston Cougars play. Yeah. Shout out to them making it to March Madness this past year. But I got to sit third chair with Charleston, College of Charleston's basketball commentators. Everett German.
I was about to say those guys were great. Like but you didn't miss a beat. You slid right in there and kept your own.
Dude, I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, I was definitely sold as a boxing expert, which I understand boxing, but really what I understand is telling a story.
Yeah.
Telling a story.
Boxing tells a story.
And I finally
saw, side note, completely weird, U-turn here. Saw Creed for the first time.
Dude, so great movie.
I'm on a boxing.
Dude, get into Creed. Dude, if you haven't gotten into Creed trilogy,
this weekend I'm watching 2 and 3.
There.
Yeah. And I don't watch movies, and I'm hyped to watch this movie.
Get in there. But dude, I got into that chair, and I couldn't help. But when they were like, "How are you feeling right now?" I couldn't help. I was riding the high of WrestleMania.
Like it's palpable in here,
dude. We'll run the.
I love it.
Let's run the tape. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
I just feel the energy, man. I was at WrestleMania this past week. I saw the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, dethrone the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns to take the Universal title. The energy here tonight, it's palpable. It's big fight feel. I'm ready for some fights tonight.
But but let's get into it. Let's talk news, baby.
Got news up top. AEW aired the Punk Jack Perry incident, and talk about a backfire.
Total backfire. The one takeaway from the whole thing was people were talking about how somehow CM Punk managed to end up on every wrestling show imaginable.
That's all they thought. This somehow helped CM Punk.
It helped CM Punk.
And you know who it really helped? Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Because Samoa Joe looked like the locker room leader. I'm sure he is in AEW.
Right.
That's my only takeaway is AEW is dumb for showing it. Kudos to Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
It.
No, and I think WWE is looking at CM Punk as a guy who, in that moment, what do you do? You know, you've got people going out there
keeping on.
You know, you got people doing crazy stuff. CM Punk, was maybe pushed back into a corner. Nobody looks good in that situation, but CM Punk doesn't look bad, actually.
Here's what I learned from this. Fans do not care.
No.
At this point, you're either a CM Punk guy or you're not, and you're not going to waver one way or the other. Rhea Ripley sprained AC joint out 3 to 4 months. We'll get onto it more when we talk Raw recap, but got to vacate the title.
It's a bummer. Hey, Judgment Day, though, bringing in a title, trading one gold for the other.
I do love that Damien's got the gold now because without Rhea, Judgment Day, and if Damien doesn't have the belt, that's...
Yeah. It's just a bummer. Rhea was on a pretty incredible run.
Yeah.
I don't know how many days.
And her and Liv were about to tear the house down.
Yeah, I don't know how many days Rhea had been champion. I think
400 and something.
Something like that. She was on a path for maybe, again, like the longest women's reign. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. We'll have that for you next week.
But it's a bummer, but when she comes back better.
Bloodbath, bounce back. That's what I'm trying to get that going. I'm trying to get that to catch on. Liv's got a revenge tour. Yeah. Trying to get Rhea's bloodbath bounce back. It's a lot of words, but we'll see. Motor City Machine Guns close to signing with AEW. I thought they were going to get it. I was hoping they were going to get a WWE run. But we'll talk about it in our special segment this week is where do they go next with these titles. So you'll see, got quite a bit of tag teams to choose from. Might not need them. Philly wants WrestleMania back soon. The city of Philadelphia said, whatever the back of the line is, please put us there. We want to do that again.
It was a good time, dude. It was cold, bro.
Yeah.
Night one was cold, and right after, I'm reading the reactions, and people were, talking about the crowd.
The
and how
crowd sucked, but it was
energetic.
very cold.
But it was very cold.
But they redeemed themselves second night.
Second night too, definitely redeemed themselves. No, the crowd was definitely into it, and I do think the cold atmosphere made for.
I'm not cheering if I'm cold.
It made for a good WrestleMania, but no, I mean, I do think they're gonna have to get an indoor stadium.
Yeah. Positive reviews for Sammy's Goodfellas kitchen style entrance.
That was fantastic.
And just the recent production value overall, man. Like who was the guy? I forgot who. We gave him his flowers not too long ago, but I forgot his name. But new producer, killing it.
Killing it. They're killing it. I mean,
My wife looked at me last night. Not a wrestling fan by any means, but she tolerates it because she knows I love it. She looked at me and she said, Triple H just might save wrestling.
he's saving wrestling. Yeah, I mean, the way he came into the ring was fantastic. The Jey Uso, I mean, gosh, it was
Dude,
all
that
so
Cody Jey Uso till we yeet again.
Until we eat again. I mean,
Good. I know it was short lived, but I love that we got their tag team.
And
because they will forever be bonded, and they're two of my favorite active wrestlers.
and I don't like to bring him up, but he who must not be named is watching this, being like hating how good it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the things that weren't allowed before.
VKM.
All the things that weren't allowed before are being used, and they're crushing.
McIntyre is still working without a new deal.
Yeah.
Set to expire in June. Becky Lynch also on an expiring contract.
I'd be more worried if I was Drew. I think Drew really is the kind of person that wants to know what his creative is.
Yeah. And I think Becky and Seth are enjoying their time off.
I think Becky cares less
She's
about
like, we'll
what
talk
her
about it when I
creative
get back.
is. I think Becky is.
Well, she knows she's
WWE
going to
for
be
life.
in it something. When they didn't have anything for her, she was NXT
Now that she has the
champion.
man back, she's got a few things she can play with. Now that she knows she's a mainstay, but Drew's a guy that, again, he just seems like a guy who really cares about how he's presented.
Yes.
And but if you're a Drew, you've got to look at the character they're developing around you, and you've got to love that cash in on you. Like, you've got to be able to look at that and be like, we're cooking here. We're really creating a character's why. We're creating Drew McIntyre's why. And that's what was missing under the last regime. It was all, here's the story and go tell a story and here's the story. And now every individual has a
story, or maybe two-part.
Finish your story is going to be something that's used in wrestling for the next 15 years.
Oh yeah, finish your story.
Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes, he finished the story.
He did. Hopefully, someone who gets a chance to finish their story. Eric of the Viking Raiders was in Alabama being evaluated for a return from his neck fusion surgery.
Okay. Well, Ivar's been crushing it.
We shoot on Tuesday nights to get that great product to you every Thursday. But tonight, Ivar's battling for the North American title with Obafemi.
Oh, good for him.
So it should be good.
That's giving him a big push.
Be a good match. They love that guy.
Yeah.
Eric Rowan cancels indie dates because he said he signed a different contract.
Yeah, after watching the Bray Wyatt doc.
I'm so hyped, dude. We got a glitch again on Raw. I sent you what was there. I'm so hyped.
And, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes even in death, you can, people can still give.
I think it's going to be great, man.
So those guys are getting.
I think Bo's passionate enough to truly carry this.
Yeah, and I think we're going to end up seeing Bray Wyatt's last character that he created.
Yep.
And
you think that Bo will play that?
I think so.
So he's the new Fiend?
Or
the new version of the Fiend that we were getting?
Or maybe it's Rowan, but I do think we're going to get... I think we're going
to get that character. I think we're going to get Rowan, Braun, Bo, and... what's her name? Alexa.
Oh yeah, because Alexa
the rumors.
Because when she comes back,
that's the rumors. Is it's going to be those four.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
And I'm here for that. Last but not least, the news: draft will be used to elevate NXT to the third brand once again. Is what the internal rumblings are. So a lot of maybe some like your Ivars and your. out of habit, I was about to say Ricochet, but my man's getting a push right now, and I love it.
Ricochet's
But
gonna push.
some of those WWE, SmackDown, and Raw stars you're going to see more. They said that seeing mainstay roster spots like the Good Brothers and all these guys on NXT is not going anywhere, and that a lot of these people could be made NXT roster people in the draft. And I'm hyped for that.
Let's do it.
Put the Good Brothers in NXT. Let them run through some people.
Yeah, seriously.
My favorite part of the episode, we got the main event results.
Main event results.
Otis defeated Ludwig Kaiser. So at least those both are getting in a match.
Shout out to my man's Otis.
He won. I thought that'd be the other way around, so that's good.
Good to know.
And now we're talking about
Money in
Raw.
the Bank.
Had a little heel turn. Otis is up in the air.
Yeah.
And then good old main event stable. Natalia, the boat, defeats Xia Li. At least it wasn't Chelsea Green this time.
Yeah, I mean, let's get Natalia. Let's give Natalia a push.
Yeah. Oh, man. Got our NXT recap, Mello and Trick in a steel cage tonight, so hopefully that'll be the payoff for their match. Julia shown at NXT Stand and Deliver. Gonna go help her buddy start his promotion, get that up and running. Set to debut in NXT in July. Women's division, I think, is the best in wrestling right now in NXT.
Yeah. I agreed. Roxanne
Roxanne's killing it. Fallon Henley has stepped her game up. Kaylani Jordan is a natural. I know I've been just chirping on her lately, but she is killing it.
Yeah.
What Lola Vice?
You
know, like they got who's the one with OTM? But she's killing it. They just got so many great women in NXT, and I love it. Let's get into our Raw recap. Sheamus returns.
Shout out to Tennessee resident Sheamus.
Nashville's own
Sheamus.
He beats Ivar. Ivar's just. Sheamus was thick.
Sheamus
big boy Sheamus.
Big
boy Sheamus.
Him and AJ Styles been on.
Look, man, I've never been one to been like, you know what? Wrestlers look like grown men running around in their underwear. Sheamus, I love you, bro, but you looked like a grown man running around in your underwear last night, dude. You looked like you just found some boxer briefs.
I mean, Sheamus has always had a good physique, but you look like
Put some pants on, man.
Like he's been at some Nashville Soccer Club games.
Put some pants on.
Yeah,
we all got to do it.
Great to see you, though, Sheamus. It's good to see you.
Rhea vacates the title. We will get a new champion crowned next week.
Maybe Charlotte Flair comes back.
Ooh,
puts all of us in our place.
I'd be here for it. What if we get Charlotte versus Tiffany for the title?
Book it.
Love it.
Book it.
Triple H gives Awesome Truth their new belts.
Beautiful new belts.
Beautiful belts. Love that they're rolling with this design on a lot of things, you know? DIY won the #1 contender to that belt.
Dude, had a feeling, dude. DIY is getting a massive push.
I love that Triple H is like, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, when he called, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, no, shout out to DIY. You know, and I think it's great. Put the belt on Awesome Truth. Give DIY a real established group of legends to win that title.
You know the Creed brothers are eventually going to be champs. You know, like I think that's what they're building towards. Because I think the one Creed brother they're going to push to the moon and back.
Right.
Drew pissed off at CM Punk destroys a TV.
Yeah.
Good way to not overuse him, but still push the feud forward. Indy fully embraces the heel turn. Endears her buddy Candice LeRae. They beat Ivy and Maxine.
I still thought they're keeping that feud going.
Yeah. I love that Pat McAfee was calling Maxine dressed like a hot dog.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. But Cole, you ever dress up like a hot dog?
Yeah, that's funny.
Michael Cole just rolled with it. He's like, I can't say that.
Yeah. I can't say that I have, Pat.
Andrade defeats Dirty Dom. It was a good match.
Good match, dude. I love how they're doing that. I love, Andrade.
Yeah. I hope he gets pushed to the moon.
Yeah, and I think they need to do that. Just keep doing that match.
Yeah.
The same way they did Andrade versus Ray a million
times.
Throw
Santos in there.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about it on the SmackDown, but I think something's happening with Carlito. So
yeah.
Teaser for an Uso reunion. You know, Jay was like, I told him to come with me. And then he's like, he just shook it off and kept going about his business. But I truly think we're going to get Usos reunited with Roman getting that face turn. Getting that babyface turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're about to get the OG bloodline coming in babyface.
I'm here. Can you imagine Paul Heyman a babyface? Or what if he goes with Solo?
I mean, it's going to be... And good. The whole thing about that feud is it doesn't need a belt.
I hope Heyman goes solo and then they bring in Haku for Roman.
Yeah.
And then Toma's like, what's up?
Yep.
Pops? Chelsea Green and Piper defeat Carter and Chance. So Chelsea got to win.
Dude, Chelsea Green coming in hot. Welcome back, Chelsea Green.
That was the most personality I've seen from Piper Niven yet.
Yeah.
And it's so much so that Cole commented on it.
Yeah.
He's like, look at Piper coming out of her shell, hanging out with Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, Piper's always been someone kind of where I'm like, what's going on here? So nice to see.
This.
Yeah.
Got to get rid of the gladiator gear, though. Like, get something else with Chelsea. Like, I'm all for tag teams matching their partners.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Let's get a theme going.
Cody and Jay share a moment. Jay beats Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And then to cap the night off, we get a good old-fashioned Chad Gable heel turn on Sami Zayn in his hometown.
Finally.
You like this? I know you're a Chad Gable guy. You good with the heel?
It should have been Gable Mania.
Okay. And so now he's pissed.
Instead it was Zany Mania.
So are you good with that? They gave us Sami Mania to push Chad further into this rage. You know?
Yeah, and I think we're going to get a Chad Gable Intercontinental Championship run.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I want him to beat up on some people first. I just don't want him to immediately get another match with Sami.
I want him to go full Kurt Angle.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want him to destroy some people.
I mean, he should just become Kurt Angle.
Unfortunately, beat up Dante Chin. Well, I think they showed him training with the Creed brothers for a reason.
Right.
I think he's going to turn on Akira and Otis and have the Creed brothers his America's Best Tag Team.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that.
I'm learning, and thankfully, as someone who's wanted this for forever in wrestling, when they show something, it means something.
Yeah, like who was in the ring when Cody Rhodes won the title?
So many people.
Yeah.
I know Brody Lee's kid was there. That was
a few
cool.
wrestlers.
Oh, you think LA Knight?
Well, LA Knight.
LA Knight
Randy
action?
Orton was there.
Oh, Randy was gleaming though.
Yeah.
Randy was so happy.
He was gleaming, yeah. Wait until he wants the title.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I like that. All right, SmackDown. Cody Rhodes tour continues. Kicked off the show.
Dude, he's just kicking off every show like, guys, can you believe it?
As your champion should.
Can you believe it?
I did it.
I did it.
I want it. Backstage segment and arrivals. We talked about it, the production value, but I just love that they're treating them like athletes on the way.
Yeah,
they
it's
got
great.
there. You know, like,
yeah,
what's the kit? What's
seeing
the fit
tour
looking
bus,
like? You know,
the tour bus,
I love
seeing
Damage Control walking in together. That's always been my favorite.
It's cool.
KO was in Cody's dressing room as a backstage segment and said, "You're not invited."
Yeah,
and closed the door.
I like that.
I'd be down with a KO heel turn and battle Cody. Come on,
dude. You know what, KO? When I finally thought about it, KO's had what, one title run?
Yeah.
You remember that title run?
Nope.
It was him with Chris Jericho.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite Chris Jericho of all time, though.
And he dropped the title.
You just made the list.
And he dropped the title to Goldberg.
Oh no, we gotta fix
Kevin Owens
that.
needs a legitimate
We gotta fix
title
that.
run.
Okay.
Let's fix this.
I want
hook
babyface
him
KO
up.
to stay then and get drafted to Raw and him take it off of Damian.
Because KO was a transitional champion in his last run, and he's just been there.
Don't do that to him.
He needs to be world heavyweight champion.
I don't like it.
Me neither. He needs to be world heavyweight champ.
I don't like it. They set up two triple threats to see who's going to fight this coming up SmackDown for that number one contender spot. LA Knight defeated Lashley and Santos to win the first one. Mm-hmm. Then they cut to another backstage segment and hinting at that Carlito heel turn. They said that Dragon Lee was not attacked by who we thought he was attacked by. So I think it was Carlito. And I think they're going to set that up as his heel turn.
I think I like
We
that.
we don't need babyface Carlito. He's
we need bad guy Carlito
running up, killing the mid card.
Yeah, if somebody's like kind of like simmered out, turn him heel.
Turn him heel.
Yeah,
it works. We hate him anyway. Mm-hmm. Might as well want us.
No, we love Carlito.
No, I'm just saying I hate how they're using him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Get rid of this LWO stuff, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I love the LWO. It's fun when it comes around, but.
Yeah,
they all could be doing.
Well, yeah, they all could
stuff.
be doing so much more.
They need to put the tag team back in NXT because they do great stuff at Full Sail. Mm-hmm. And then Carlito needs to be a heel. Ray needs to do his last run. Get out of here.
Yep.
Dragon Lee needs to be fighting for the U.S. title. What are we doing here?
Say it again.
Say it again. Solo attacks Jimmy. Tomatonga debuts.
Ooh, big, weird segment.
Said Jacob Fatu is next.
We're definitely getting a turn in the story.
I hope we get Jacob Fatu this week.
We've definitely entered, in a way, we've entered into like overtime into the story.
Yeah.
In a way.
Like I said, man, I love that you would think that by now we would be absolutely over anything and all things bloodline. Mm-hmm. But now I just got even more excited about it than I've been in a long time.
Right.
Like, Jimmy needs to be with his brother. I'm not saying they need to do tag team things again. Jay's doing cool stuff, but like Jimmy, if he's going to be a lackey, at least let him be his brother's lackey.
Right.
His other brother's lackey.
Yeah. But I do like what they're setting up, because now it's just chaos. Now we're just like, now with the bloodline story, you got to tune in every week.
Dare I say, we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know what's going to happen.
That's the best part. Because when was wrestling boring? When you're like, he's about to do this, and then he does it.
But it will be.
I truly don't know.
It will be
I don't know who's
interesting.
getting drafted. I don't know who's going after what. It's great.
It will be interesting to see how they keep that bloodline story, continue to keep it interesting with The Rock and Roman off TV probably for a little while.
Yes. Well, I think they're doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
This is the way to go if you're going to do that.
Totally.
Solo's in charge. Mm-hmm. He grabbed the phone out of Heyman's hand.
Yep.
Love that.
Solo's in charge.
Braun Breaker destroys Cameron Grimes. That's who I want to go back to NXT too. Give poor Graham, get poor Cameron Grimes out of there.
Yeah.
If you're just going to get abused every week. He's a Carolina guy. I love him to death. To the moon. Tiffy Tiffy versus Naomi when she thought she was coming out for Bailey, and surprisingly Naomi gets the win. So I like that. That's fantastic. I could do a little Naomi Bailey battle for the title.
Oh yeah,
give it up for Triple H. Capitalize. She was the TNA champion.
Yeah, give it up for Naomi. I mean, and they have a history, so let's do it.
And it looks like they're keeping Jade and Bianca a little away from this. They're gonna have their own little thing. In a tag team, they pick up the win.
I think that I know everyone wants Jade and Bianca, and everybody wants that dream match, but I think
I want them to go on a little tag team title.
Go on a tag team title.
Let them beat up
let's
the
give them a
Kabuki
story.
Warriors.
Let's have them on a boat in Paris together.
Why we got to pull them apart? Why can't they be friends for a little bit?
That's what I'm saying. I want them to be friends for a while. Let's turn this into a 5-year story. What are we doing?
Right, long-term storytelling. Come on,
Bucket.
WrestleMania 45 main event. Let's go. Street Profits versus Catch Republic for the #1 contender match this Friday.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Profits.
Yeah,
they're on a hot streak. Give it to them.
Yeah, they won the street fight. Didn't see that coming.
Give it to them. I said Profits.
They needed one. Remember we talked about it. They needed one.
I say go Profits. Yeah, they had 2 WrestleMania wins back to back. Montez is on a roll.
Yes. AJ wins the other triple threat.
Good.
So now we get AJ LA
again.
But now it means so much more. It means more. Now it's the #1 contender match to probably carry the feud through the summer.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be Cody's opponent for the next couple months.
I wonder how AJ feels about being in this feud with LA Knight, but
I hope he gets one over on LA and we get AJ Cody for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because LA needs to win the title.
I want to get AJ Cody
so
for
I don't want LA to win to lose. I want LA Logan. I want LA Knight Logan for the next foreseeable future.
That would be.
And then LA can take the title off Logan, and then Logan can elevate. And then LA can have a little run with the title, and then he can elevate.
Boom. Like it. Love it. Gotta have it.
Well, I used to be that fan that I was like, I need to be writing, but I'm like, they're in cable.
They got it under
I just
control.
got a couple suggestions.
Yeah, they got it under control.
All right, let's get into the main segment of the week. We got title picture going forward. We'll go through the titles and who we would like to see challenge them.
Let's talk about it.
Because we got the draft. Literally anything is possible. Mm-hmm. Anything is possible. Women's World Championship, Rhea just vacated it. What direction you think they're going? I think they're going to leave it up between Liv and Nia.
Yeah, I think Liv and Nia are definitely the two in line for that belt. Nia's been crushing.
Yeah, she gave a pretty good promo.
Yeah, but I think you wait on Nia. I think you give it to Liv first. Let her and Nia battle it out. Maybe give it to Nia.
Then maybe another roadblock for Nia to just lose it.
Yeah, totally. Then Rhea comes back. Maybe takes on Nia.
Liv has to have the belt when Rhea comes back.
Exactly.
She just has to.
That's true.
She has to.
Yeah.
Maybe give it to Nia first.
Maybe give it to
Liv
Nia
take it off
first.
her.
Yeah. Maybe do like a little battle royal. Give it to Nia.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Do we know what the match is?
They haven't said.
Yeah, maybe a little
and I
battle
think
royal.
because it's also the draft, I don't know what they're going to do.
I'd love a little battle royal.
I don't know what they're going to do.
So yeah, Liv and Nia, I think, need to battle it out with that for a while.
Does the draft start on Friday?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is it next week?
The draft on April 26th and 29th.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, 26th,
So
29th.
they got to give us a match next week before the draft. You know, I've been thinking the draft was going to be coinciding, but no, we get the match and then the draft. So they're definitely going to be between Liv and Nia.
Yeah.
I think they want to go ahead and establish a champion before the draft.
You think so?
And then that way they can build around the foreseeable future in the draft. Like if they need to be like, oh, we got to bring somebody over, they can fix that.
Right.
I love that Triple H is not quick to paint himself in a corner. He likes to give himself options. You know, he's like, and pivots quickly with the whole Rock Roman thing. Intercontinental title, Sami Zayn. I think we get the Chad heel turn. I think we know where that belt's going for the foreseeable future.
You think it stays on Sammy, or you think it goes
No,
to
I think
Chad?
it's going to be between them two.
You think they just trade it?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to let them trade it.
I want Ricochet to be thrown in there somehow. Like after they battle it out.
Yeah.
Like not right now. God knows, not right now. But I eventually want Ricochet to get his time with the title. I think JD McDonough could be a good one to throw in there too. If you elevated him a little bit. I know he's been the lackey for Judgment Day, but at some point you got to get out of that.
Yeah, and you could put the belt on him and it just add more gold to Judgment Day. If you're
and
trying
add
to build
more
them up.
tension. Because
Yeah.
now Finn's like, these two got a belt. Why don't I have a belt?
Right.
World Tag Team Championship, Awesome Truth.
Yeah.
We got DIY getting the first crack at them, but where would you like any tag teams you'd like to see go
I think
after that?
DIY, New Catch Republic are going to, I think the Street Profits, I think all of them would end up looking really good with that gold.
Okay.
Again, maybe we get some of the Wyatts back. Maybe we get.
I'd like AOP to have a run.
Maybe the Viking Raiders again. I mean,
I think Eric's on borrowed time, so that'd be nice to let him to get it. For a little bit.
So I think that's kind of where those are going to be headed.
It's going to be interesting to see how they split up the tag team division, Raw and SmackDown. You know, because obviously SmackDown belts, they're going to get some new belts this Friday probably.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see what those look like. I'm assuming they're going to end up looking
They're going to be
like
the Universal.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be the Universal Tag Team Champions or the WWE Tag Team Champions. What did they get? The Heavyweight World Tag Team
World
Championship.
Tag Team.
So they might be
WWE
Tag Team.
Yeah.
World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest. Obviously, Mr. Yeet himself gets the first crack. Love Gunther to be in there.
Love Gunther to be in there.
I'd be okay if Orton, KO, or LA, whichever ones are not going to go after Cody, bring them on over. Mm-hmm. Drew, eventually, CM Punk, all these guys got to be elevated to the main event scene at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them all a crack at it.
So many options.
Yeah, because I think Cody's going to hold the belt for a while.
Oh, yeah. So this is the one that's got to be the interesting one.
This is the one that you kind of got to move around, and I don't know how long you keep the belt on Damian. Maybe you keep it on him until Bash in Berlin, until
Drew.
no,
Gunter.
Gunter.
Yeah.
I think Drew might be caught up in the CM Punk thing. So I don't know if you.
They got to be SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know if you even. I don't even know if Drew's going to go for the title for a while. I think Drew's pretty caught up in his drama.
Definitely got to let him get that Drew's contract first.
Yeah, I mean,
too.
Drew's karma's catching up to him creatively.
I love that he. I love that he was a good guy for so long, and the moment he turns bad, karma catches up to him.
So good.
The Women's Tag Team Championship, the Kabuki Warriors. I think we answered that one. We'd love to see Jade and Bianca go after that.
Yeah, and they'll get it easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Shayna,
what does Damage Control
maybe
do after
Shayna
that?
and
I'd love to see Io and Asuka go on a little run.
yeah, that'd be great. Maybe that the two of them. Yeah, that'd be great.
Then you got the WWE Women's Championship, which is Bayley, and so Naomi, Tiffany. Maybe throw Shayna in there. I don't know. Shayna's on Raw though, but
Maybe
obviously we got to draft.
Maybe have Charlotte come back. Have Charlotte and Bayley work together.
Yes,
Could be good. That could be a great story.
I know we won't ever get the 4 horsewomen again because I don't know if Mercedes ever comes back, But I would love to see that fatal 4-way match at some point.
Yeah.
But if we could get a triple threat, Bailey, Charlotte, Becky at some point, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you remember when they were building it up with the 4 horsewomen versus whatever Ronda Rousey's crew was?
Yeah.
The 4 MMA stars and the 2
And
just
never did anything with
anything.
it. God, but God, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. What do you think about the Universal Tag Team Champions, A-Town Down? That's where Street Profits could come in.
Street Profits could come in there. You're
You got
right.
the Catch Republic, you got AOP, you got Garza and Berto.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because we're about to do this draft.
Right.
So
That's why I wanted to talk about it now, because
It's a whole
really
new
anything
thing.
can happen.
Yeah, it's a whole new
so
thing.
we really got to see who's going to be on what.
Right.
But it's crazy. I've been talking to this guy about this tournament this whole time. Thinking
Even the New
draft
Day
is
would be
gonna
great to go against them, I think. I think there's a lot that,
Yeah.
if you're really trying to build them up, then I think you want to put your best.
I still wish Big E would come back as their manager.
Yeah.
Just come to the ring with him. You know what I mean? I know he's got better things to do than
Maybe
just
he will. Maybe
be
he
a
will.
manager. But yeah.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, what better?
I mean, if at least you're on TV.
What better thing do we have to do than to be the manager for one of the best tag teams in WWE history?
Right. Right. Yeah. That sweet Royal Rumble shirt.
Check it out. We've been there, done that.
U.S. Championship. I'm gonna let you handle this. This is your guy.
Ooh, that's my boy Logan Paul. I love Logan Paul. What do I want to see happen with the U.S. Championship? Who do I want to see? Well, you mentioned LA Knight. I think LA Knight does make a lot of sense. I think you could re-engage Ricochet
Yep.
into the Logan Paul discussion because those matches
This match was fire.
were really great. What do
Got
you
two
do?
names for you.
Yeah, what do you do with? Hold on a second. What do you do with Logan Paul anymore? Maybe Dom. I think you could put him in a really good feud, like with Dom. Andrade could be good
Andrade and Logan put on some matches.
for Logan Paul. Andrade could teach Logan Paul a thing or two.
Here's my two. Solo. Braun Breaker.
Ooh, yeah. I could see Braun Breaker. That would be a good one.
Solo might be past it at this point. If they're going to give him the new bloodline, I don't really think he needs to toil with mid-card titles.
Right.
So, Braun Breaker and Logan could be put on some matches.
I could see Braun
Power
Breaker.
versus speed. Mm-hmm. Love it. And then, obviously, we got to talk about it. Who's going to be in this title picture with Mr. Finisher Story? Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, well, I think, again, if we look at who was in the ring with them, they foreshadowed who they kind of want. At least, I think that image is going to be used in some storytelling coming up. So you had Randy Orton in there.
Yep.
I think Randy Orton and Cody have a pretty rich
I want them
history.
to dive into that, man. I want all that to come up.
I want them to dive into that. I definitely would love to see a feud between Cody and AJ Styles.
I say swing for the freaking fences. Give us Cody and AJ for a little bit. Give us Cody and Randy for a little bit. But at some point, full on just send it and have this new Wyatt family attack him.
We need that. CM Punk is going to be caught up for a while, but I'd love to see Cody CM Punk in WWE.
I think we get it at some
I think we're
point.
going to get it. Obviously, we're going to get Cody versus Rock.
I love that we got Cody on SmackDown right now because it's on Fox. But
Yeah.
it'll be real interesting what happens in January when
Yeah.
they go to Netflix.
Yeah, I think we're going to get Cody versus Rock and Cody versus Roman again. I think we're going to get both
Yeah.
of those matches again
I
potentially.
just hope it's
maybe,
I hope it's not the third time at WrestleMania.
or maybe they wait a few years to do it because
I still want Seth to take some time off and come back heel and be like, Cody, you ruined my life.
yeah. I mean, we got a lot of Seth versus Cody matches, and
But if
Cody
if
won
they
all of them.
breathe, yeah.
He
But
won
but if you
all.
played Seth the crazy, like take his character now, but make him more crazy and sinister.
yeah. I
it'd
think
be
it would
good.
be great.
I still think when Seth comes back, he finishes his version of the story with Roman.
Yes.
I'd be good with that because remember Roman hit him instead of Cody
Yeah.
with that chair. So
Roman is mad at Roman, really.
is Seth his focus?
Seth a match.
Because I don't think Roman and Cody, I don't think they engaged for a while.
Nah, I agree.
So yeah, I would love Seth and Roman for a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want them to go through all this, man. KO, Orton, AJ, LA, Logan.
Yeah, but I think in the very short term, we potentially get Randy. We potentially get Rock back.
We'll touch more on the draft next week, but who's someone you definitely want to see go blah, blah, blah? Like, I want blah, blah, blah on blah, blah, blah.
Well, Cody Rhodes, again, we don't know where, are SmackDown and Raw ending up on Netflix in January? Or is it
Raw, SmackDown's going to USA.
Or UPN or something?
I thought it was USA.
Or maybe USA.
And then NXT's going to CW.
Yeah, so, oh man, yeah, I don't know.
Or NXT going to USA too. I don't know. CW's in there somehow.
I mean, I'd like to see them all just bounce around, and I think that's ultimately what we're going to see.
Yeah. I do want to turn in on SmackDown and know I'm going to see bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
like, I remember when Undertaker and Edge and all those guys, Eddie Guerrero, like, they were running SmackDown. They were SmackDown guys. I want that to come back.
I'd like to turn on SmackDown and see Cody Rhodes.
I think that's what we're going to get for a while.
Yeah, because, I mean, him, it's too much on both shows.
Yeah.
And he was great on
Let
Raw.
Damian shine, man.
Let Damian shine, yeah. So I think
You're doing the Roman thing again.
Exactly. So I want to see Cody kind of just stick to SmackDown. I'd like to see
I think he's doing a little tour for a little bit, and then he'll chill out.
I'd like to see AJ just stick to SmackDown.
Yeah. LA Knight, SmackDown. I'd like
to see LA Knight stick to SmackDown.
Yeah. Logan. I wonder if they're going to switch Logan.
I like to see Jade.
Sammy.
Kind of like to see her just do some wild stuff on Raw, but I think they're going to keep her on SmackDown.
Yeah. But if Cody's on SmackDown, they got to push some more star power on Raw, too.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting, man, because
always
this
wanna
draft is what's carrying them into Netflix. So you got to see them position themselves.
I always want to see
somewhere.
Charlotte Flair on SmackDown.
And I also could see Judgment Day getting pushed to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So maybe Damon and Cody go.
Yeah. True.
If
It'll
I'm
be
Fox, I'm
interesting.
pissed.
I mean, now with Triple H, anything's possible.
Anything is possible. I want to see more WWE stars that aren't getting a lot of time in NXT.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, like
working
Cedric
with the young
Alexander.
I want to see them finally have this Ashanti and Cedric pay off.
Right.
That's a tag team we're not thinking about.
Exactly.
Throw them in the mix. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, super excited about the product. Super excited about Pat McAfee and Michael Cole calling it on Monday nights.
It's great. It's really fun.
Pat just cracks me up, man.
Yeah.
Love that dude on
He's just having fun.
Yeah, man.
He's just having a blast.
Well, anything you want to speak on before we get out of here?
I just want to say thanks for holding it down. I had a blast at WrestleMania. It was an honor. It was a privilege
Glad to
to
have
be
you
there.
back.
I felt grateful to be there. And happy to be back.
Good. Happy to have you back, man. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out all the great Project Nerd content. Make sure you check out Evan Burke's Twice Removed wherever you listen to comedy things. Check out Drew Harrison's Based on a Drew Story on YouTube or wherever. If you want to give Spotify my money, that's cool too. But we'll see you next week.